Hey guys, welcome to step 16. So in this step, I'm going to share with you how you can start promoting the business and start actually earning commissions. Now, I'm not going to go too far into the details because after you get through these 21 steps, that's when your official traffic training begins and we go into a lot more details there. But I am going to give you an overview just so you know and have a rough idea what it is you're going to be doing once you're ready to start promoting the business. Now, before we get into it, less than 24.5% of people make it this far. So keep on going, you are almost at the end. So here's what I'm going to be sharing with you specifically. Number one, I'm going to share with you the very basics of traffic. So just concepts of targeted versus untargeted traffic, what we're looking for in the right kind of prospects for this business, those kind of ideas. I'm going to share with you the most tried and true traffic methods that we know of. I'm also going to share with you the traffic agency that Mob recommends. So what do we recommend to new clients, new consultants when they're trying to get their business up and running? And also I'm going to share with you several key resources to further refine your promotion practices. So I want to begin with this quote, "From a small seed, a mighty trunk may grow." In this business, you got to understand that what you're really doing is you're going out there and you are planting seeds and then you are nurturing those seeds. And the analogy that I like to give people is it's almost like you're planting an oak tree seed, and that oak tree seed, it starts off being a very small seed, but over the years it can grow into a mighty oak tree. Well, when you go out there and you start promoting this business, for example, you start promoting the 21 steps, you might start off by getting a client at $49, so a front-end client. That's a seed. So that client represents the seed. Now, in the very beginning, you haven't made a lot of money from that one transaction. You made maybe $44, something like that. But over time, if you help to nurture that seed or that lead, that client, you help to guide them along, you help to encourage them, you continue to market to them, then over time, they can eventually grow into a diamond mastermind client, and you can end up getting close to $20,000 in commissions. So they can actually grow into a giant oak tree. Now, just like the growth of that oak tree, it does require patience. Now, fortunately, it's not decades and decades of time. Often it can be a matter of months, but my point is it does require some patience. So once you get to the end of these 21 steps, you start promoting and you get your first few sales. Don't expect to get upgrades within just a matter of days, okay? It's going to take time, but believe me, if you get enough front-end clients, then you will start to see those back-end commissions coming in. Now, those back-end commissions are going to look just like this. You're going to get your first silver commission of $1,250. You may then see a gold commission of $2,500. Keep in mind, we are going to offer the Gold Masterclass to your clients at step 7 if they take action and invest in the Silver Masterclass. In that case, if we do give them gold for free, just like we perhaps gave you, then there wouldn't be a commission on that, but you still get the Silver Masterclass commission. Now, after that, you'll see your Titanium commissions start to come in, your Platinum, and then your Diamond Mastermind commissions. Not everyone who gets the Silver Masterclass program will end up getting Diamond, but over time, if you get enough of those front-end sales, enough of those Silver Masterclass sales, then eventually, yes, you will eventually start to see your first Diamond Mastermind commission. Now, keep in mind, when you are getting leads, initially you're not going to have to follow up with them. They're going to be opting into our lead capture pages, and Mo will be following up with the emails and all the other communication channels. But as you build your business, at some point you will want to start to build your own list. So then in that case, you will need to get your own lead capture page, and we provide the tools for you to do that as part of the monthly consultant fee. And so you will be able to create your lead capture pages, start building your list, and then start handling your own follow-up yourself. So for example, you can put together a basic email follow-up sequence to encourage people to get into these 21 steps and also encourage them to complete the 21 steps as well. So I'm going to give you a few different options for getting the first few leads coming in. And again, I'm going to be very general here. Keep in mind that after you get through these 21 steps, then we go into a lot more detail. So the first advertising method that I'm going to recommend is Facebook traffic. There's several ways that you can promote on Facebook. Number one, you can do pay-per-click ads. So you know how when you're on Facebook and you see those little ads on the side, well, some advertiser is paying for those ads, and every time you click on the ad, the advertiser is actually paying for that click. Now, they could be paying 40 cents, they could be paying $1. It depends on a number of different factors. Now those ads could actually be your ads going to your consultant links so that when people click them, they go to one of our websites. If they end up buying, that's how you will generate your first commission. Now the other thing that you can do is you can just share your links in your news feed. So for example, you could just do a post right now and you could share that you're going through this program, share what kind of experience that you're having, and if you had your consultant link, which you will get at the end of the 21 steps, you would then have that link in the post. People would click that link, go to our website, and if they end up becoming a lead and then buying, you've just got yourself a sale. Now the other thing I recommend you do with Facebook is you create your own communities or your own groups. So if you go to Facebook right now, you can actually look in the menu and you will see groups, and below that you will see create a group. So you could create a group. It's only going to take you just a few minutes, and you could actually start inviting your leads, your prospects, and building an audience into your own group, just like I do in marketing to MOB clients. So when you get to the end of these 21 steps, we are going to invite you into the MOB Facebook groups, and then you can see how we do it and you can go and model it yourself. Banner ads. So you can also use banner advertising. Now this was one of the earliest forms of advertising online. It still works today, and here's how it does work. When you get a banner ad and you put it on someone else's website, you're effectively renting out virtual real estate. So every time that you click on a banner ad, you're actually clicking some business's banner. They put it there, they're likely paying for it to be there. You then go to their website. Well, you can do the exact same strategy. Now you might be wondering, well, where do you get the banner ads from? Well, the banner ads look just like this. You can see them all here. Here's just a small sample of some of the banner ads that we provide to you as a MOB consultant. Now again, you're going to get access to all of these once you complete the 21 steps. Now banner ads come in standard sizes, and we give you all of those standard sizes, so you don't have to worry about customizing them or anything like that. The next question you probably have is, well, how do you find different websites to place the banner ads actually on? And that's a good question. What you do is you actually put yourself in the shoes of one of your prospects. So first we want to identify, well, who's a good prospect for this sort of business? Let's say, for example, you are promoting this 21-step business system. Who do you think would be a good prospect for this kind of training? Well, obviously it's someone who wants to learn how to make money online, someone who is tired of earning small commissions or no commissions at all, someone who maybe doesn't want to sell. They want to have a company that has a sales force which will actually sell for them, just like we do. Someone who's business minded, and also someone who's got money to actually invest into a business. If someone can't afford to get into a business, then you can't really help them unless they're willing to be resourceful enough to go and find the money. So then you ask yourself, well, what kind of things would this prospect be searching for in the search engines? So in other words, if they go to google.com and they're looking at the search bar, what do you think they're going to type in? They're going to type in something like how to make money online, or make money online now, or training on how to make money, or online affiliate marketing. It could be literally hundreds or thousands of different keywords. Now, each keyword that they type in tells you a little bit about what's going on in their head. So for example, if they type in something like affiliate marketing strategies, then you know that they are familiar with affiliate marketing. That's someone who didn't just get started 5 minutes ago, because they are a little bit further along in that education process. They already know the term affiliate marketing. So that tells you a little bit about that prospect. So after you go searching for those keywords, you're going to look at all the different search engine results on page 1, page 2, page 3, but mostly on page 1. You're going to click on each one of those links, and you'll be taken to the websites that are ranking for those particular keywords. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look for banner ads on those websites. Now, if you see banner ads, that tells you that they at least accept banner ads or banner advertising from other businesses. So then you see whether they actually sell advertising, and normally they will have a link that says something like advertise here or advertise with us. It might be down the very bottom, it could be somewhere in the menu, but you're going to look for it. And if they do, then they will tell you what their rates are to place a banner ad on their website. So you'll go ahead, you'll pay what their rates are. It could be $10, it could be a lot more. It really depends on how much traffic they're getting and also the quality of the traffic. Sometimes it makes perfect sense to pay hundreds of dollars for a banner ad, and other times it wouldn't make sense to pay $20 for a banner ad. Now, if any of this is confusing you, don't worry, because again, we go into depth after the 21 steps, and also you will have a traffic coach if you qualify for those extra traffic coaching sessions after these 21 steps. So then your banner ad will show up on those websites, and when the prospects are going and searching for solutions and searching for keywords, they click on those websites and then they see your banner ad. They click it. What they're really clicking is your consultant link. And then if they end up buying a product from Mobe, you've got a commission, the customer is now locked to you, and if they upgrade and you yourself are certified at the higher levels, then you could end up making a titanium commission, a platinum commission, even a diamond commission in the long run. Solo ads. So solo ads is also another very popular form of marketing. You have to be a little bit careful with solo ads, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some extra additional training in the text below this video about solo ads and how to avoid overpaying and possibly getting ripped off. But let me tell you about how solo ads work. So different marketers out there build their own list. For example, I, as the founder of Mobe, I have a list of over 700,000 email addresses. Now, lots of other marketers also have lists, and what you can do is you can approach them, and if they are willing to sell a solo ad, which means they're willing to send out an email to their list with your link in it and recommend that people go to your link and buy whatever product you're promoting, then you can actually get a lot of traffic to your link with that method. Now you have to be careful. Number one, it comes down to the size and the responsiveness of their list. If they don't have that many subscribers, and if they don't have subscribers that click the link or even open the email, then you might not get much traffic from it. But the good thing about doing a solo ad is that in a way it gives you access to someone else's list. Now, as far as what you're going to pay for the solo ad, that really depends. Again, it depends on the quality, the quantity of the list, a number of different factors. But some solo ad vendors, they're going to charge you for how many clicks they send to your consultant link. Others will charge you just a fixed upfront fee to send the email. So it really depends. Now, another method you can use is starting your own blog. So for example, one of our very top earning consultants, John Chow, has a blog, and he's made millions and millions of dollars in Mobe over the last few years. Now, a lot of that has come from traffic that he's got to his blog. Now, if you do start a blog, keep in mind it is a long-term strategy. Okay, so you're not going to start a blog and then start getting a whole lot of traffic within a week. It's going to take time. It requires both consistency from you. You've got to be writing, you've got to be cranking out content, but also persistence too. Again, it's not going to happen overnight. So you've got to be regularly posting content every single day. Now, the good news is if you're getting the Mobe Done For You articles, if you are a titanium certified consultant, then you can take that content, stick it on your blog, modify it slightly so it's more personalized to you, and there's your blog post for the day. That's it. Now, on your blog on the side, you can have banner ads. Again, you can get those from us, and when people click your banner ads, really they're clicking your Mobe consultant link. Or you can write the blog post and you can recommend the Mobe consultant link right there. In fact, you could start a blog and the first blog post could be a review of this 21-step business system. You could write about your experience, go into detail about the whole process, and then at the very end you would have your consultant link. People would click on it, they would pay the fee to get in, and then you would have someone going through these same exact steps that you're going through right now. Now, another thing you can do is you can go to direct mail. Don't assume that just because people think that this is an online business that you are only limited to online marketing. You're not. In fact, don't think of yourself as an internet marketer. Start to think of yourself as a direct response marketer. You can use offline and online strategies. I recommend that long term, you're going to use both. direct mail still works, but you do need to know what you're doing. Direct mail will come down to choosing the right list and having the right mail piece. Now, this is a more advanced strategy, and the upfront investment is a lot higher than your typical online mediums. But what we occasionally do from time to time is Mo will put together a direct mail co-op. So what that means is we might go and spend $30,000 as a company promoting one of our live events. And to do that, we send out a bunch of postcards in the area. We might end up sending out like 30,000 different postcards. Now, what you can do is you can purchase a share in the co-op. For example, you could put in a $5,000 share. So of the total $30,000 invested, $5,000 would actually be your money. Therefore, you would have $5,000 worth of postcards, and on your postcards, we would have your MOB consultant link. People get the postcard, they go to your link, they show up to the event, and they are credited to your account. If they end up buying at the event, you actually get all the upgrade commissions, all the different mastermind commissions, potentially on the back end. Now, another option that you should also consider is your warm market. Now, I don't know how you feel about that. Some people don't like the idea of approaching friends and family, and you certainly don't need to do that to succeed in this business. I certainly didn't want to do that when I first started. However, with a little bit more experience under my belt, looking back in hindsight, I kind of wish I had, and I'll tell you why. Let me tell you a short little story. So back when I got started online, my first few years, I did get off to a little bit of a slow start. There didn't exist any system like Mode that you have. You didn't have phone sales teams and live event teams that could actually work for you. You didn't have these big elaborate systems like Mobe has and what we provide you. So I had to do everything by myself. And I remember at one point in late 2009, I was actually sharing an apartment in Perth City, Australia with another guy, and we ended up becoming friends. He was in the mining industry and I was doing my online business. So he'd go to work each day, I'd stay in my bedroom, that was my office back then, and I'd work on this online business. And occasionally from time to time, he would ask me about it. He would say, what is it exactly that you do? And I had a bit of a hard time explaining it. I just said, well, I promote different products online, and I was a little bit vague about it because, to be honest, I didn't think he would be one bit interested in what I was doing. He was making over 6 figures per year, so over $100,000. And here I was struggling just to get my first few sales coming in. So I didn't think he would have any interest whatsoever. Now, eventually I moved out of that apartment and he actually moved to another country and we lost touch. We didn't speak for years. But then one day I decided that I wanted to relocate to Asia. I wanted to get access to Asia as a market because I could see the potential. So I picked one of the closest locations to where I lived, which was Perth, Australia, and I ended up moving to Kuala Lumpur, of all places. And that was just purely because it was close, and again, I wanted to do a lot more live events in Asia. So when I moved to Kuala Lumpur, just by pure chance, I saw on Facebook one day that he was living in the exact same city. I sent him a message and I said, hey, we should meet up. We did. And by that stage, I was making a lot more money. Mobe was doing really well. We were doing something like over $40 million in sales per year at that point. And so now I was much more open to talking about it. And so a couple of months later, Mobe was doing a live event here in Kuala Lumpur, and I wasn't at the live event, but he saw it advertised on Facebook and he sent me a message and he said, can I go? And I said, sure. He goes to the live event, learns all about our programs, about titanium, about platinum, about diamond, and he sends me a message after and he says, I want to invest in this business. I want to get involved. How do I do it? So I said, okay, well, you can come on board. Here's the different programs. So within about a week, he had actually come on board as a fully fledged Platinum Mastermind member. Now from that, I made somewhere over $10,000 in commissions, and it was one of the easiest sales I ever made. And so we were out one night having a few drinks, and he turns to me and he says, Matt, why didn't you tell me about this industry and this business back when we were living together in Perth, Australia? And I just told him, well, I didn't think that you would ever be interested. And he said, well, why would you assume that? And I really had no answer. I guess I just thought that he was already successful in his job and he wouldn't be interested in some little business that I was doing where I wasn't really making a lot of money at the time. Now, if I could go back in time, then of course I would have introduced him to the business. So the moral of the story is, don't ever make judgments about who is and who isn't interested. The worst answer you're going to get is they're going to say, no, not interested. So you'll just move on. But a lot of people, when they start out in this business, there's so much low-hanging fruit available in their own network that they really should be reaching out to those people and just saying, hey, would you like to have a look at this system? Part of the reason why a lot of them don't do it is because they mistakenly assume that they haven't made a sale yet, so therefore they're probably going to get asked, well, how much money have you made? And they won't have a good answer. Or they want to go and make some money first, they want to go and make some commissions first and just prove that it works. Let me tell you something, your results do not matter for anyone that you bring into the business. How much money they make will be completely 100% up to them. It's not going to be because you're a top earner or you made $50,000 already. Your results really don't matter. And to prove that, let me tell you another quick story. Back when I first got into this industry, I had a choice between two different people and two different companies. Now the companies were pretty much the same kind of concept. They both sold, they were both what you would call high ticket affiliate marketing or top tier. They both had masterminds on the back end. But the two different people I had to choose from, one was a $50,000 per month earner and the other had never made a single sale in her life. I ended up going with the lady who'd never made a sale in her life, which I didn't even know at the time. I found out about 3 weeks later, and I didn't really care that much. And I ended up doing reasonably well in this industry. So her results had no impact on how successful I was. Just as those people in your warm network, their results really have nothing to do with your results. So don't withhold this business from people who might be interested. Instead, send them an email, just send them a message and say, hey, I want to talk to you about something, have a look at this. Here's a great example of someone who's done that very well. So her name is Ai-Kun Chan. She's from Singapore and she's a diamond certified consultant. So far she's made over $144,000. She's also qualified for the Mode Motors car, and she will happily tell you herself she's not an internet marketer. What she's really good at is just connecting with people in her everyday life and then just introducing them to business through a normal conversation. So my point is, you don't need to be really good at the technical online marketing side of things. You just need to be able to look for opportunities in your everyday life when you meet people, and if you feel that someone might be a good fit for the business, they are business minded, they sound like they're a little bit entrepreneurial, or they're really unhappy in their job or with how much money they're making, then just introduce them to the business. Send them your link and just say, hey, take a look at this. Now, another option that you can look at is WeSellClicks.com. Now, this is a traffic agency that I have an interest in, so I'm just telling you that to be completely upfront with you. But you can actually buy clicks from this agency, and the clicks will be sent to one of your lead capture pages. So you might order something like 4,000 clicks, for example, and you might get something like 1,000 to 1,500 leads. And don't quote me on that, that depends on what's on your lead capture page and how good it is. Your traffic coach will be able to help you with that. But use this option if you are looking to build your own list. If you don't want to build your own list in the very beginning, another option you might look at is We Sell Good Traffic. Now, this is different. Instead of buying clicks, what you're actually buying are buyer leads. So these are people who've already taken out their credit card, paid for the 21-step system, and within 24 to 48 hours, we then transfer them under your account, and then if they upgrade, you get all the commissions on the back end if you are positioned at those higher levels. Now, if you want to see what kind of results that people have actually got who've gone and brought these buyer leads, go to WeSellGoodTraffic.com, go there right now and look under case studies in the menu, and then you can see exactly whether people are making money or not and what kind of money. So go have a look at that right now. Now, just a reminder, once you get to the end of these 21 steps, you are going to get access to our traffic training calendar. So just about every single night of the week, we are holding different traffic training webinars where you can come along, you can ask your questions, you can get trained by our traffic coaches. So make sure when you get to the end of these 21 steps, you go ahead and you register and you show up and you watch those. And just as a reminder, once you complete these 21 steps, that's when the real traffic training begins. So you're going to find there's 30 steps. Every single step has videos and training. My advice is go through the traffic training first, go through all of it first, and then I want you to pick the one traffic method which resonates with you the most, and then you focus on that. Focus on that until you can consistently generate 30 to 50 clicks a day. Now, last of all, your main asset with getting your traffic flowing is your traffic coach. So depending on which program you've invested in up until this point, whether it's the Gold Masterclass, Titanium, Platinum, or the Diamond Mastermind, you're going to get a certain number of sessions with one of our traffic coaches. Now, all of our traffic coaches are Platinum and Diamond certified consultants. So just like you, they're actually in the business. They are getting traffic every single day. Anything that they teach you is being taught from experience. Now, some of them have even earned over 6 figures in this business too. So these are people who know what they're talking about. They will get on Skype with you and they will be able to show you exactly what to do with whatever traffic method you want to learn. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to start planning what you're going to do when you get to the end of these 21 steps. Review your income goals and look at how many sales you want to get each week to achieve them. See what method you think is going to resonate with you. Now, maybe you haven't seen enough traffic methods yet, but if you think that, for example, Facebook might be right up your alley, then start getting interested in learning about Facebook traffic training. Again, complete these 21 steps first, but then you'll get that training. And then what I want you to do is on your next call with your coach, share with your coach what traffic method you think you might want to do at this point, and they'll also be able to give you some ideas too. So here are your action steps for today. What I want you to do is I want you to go through all the different videos that I have below in the text. Now, I am going to put in a lot because there's quite a lot to cover even when it comes to the basics of getting traffic, but I want you to review as many of them as possible. I also want you to go to askmattlloyd.com, that's spelt with 2 T's and 2 L's, and I want you to subscribe because every single day I send out a video where I answer a question on marketing and I teach you everything that I know. So that's every single day, that's completely for free. And then last of all, if you haven't yet finished reading Limitless, keep on reading it. And if you go to the content, I do have several chapters that are devoted specifically just to promoting and just to getting traffic. So make sure you're reading that as well. Now, for the future top earners who are watching this, I've also put in a lot of additional training for you. So look out for that section. Otherwise, I will see you in the next step where we are going to be talking about follow-up. So how to increase your conversions. And then in step 18, I'm going to share with you all the branding secrets of the top earning consultants in this business, and also how you can possibly align yourself and leverage a $100 million brand in this industry, which if you're brand new, it's going to give you a huge head start. So that's going to be covered in step 18. Otherwise, reach out to your coach and I will see you in the next step. Speak soon.